What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Hanson Athletics Radio. Today, I want to talk about some of the ways to quickly improve your performance, recovery, and ability to perform your sport, but also, if you're an adult listening, just recover from the work that you're doing as we age. So, I want to cover a couple of misconceptions first, or just talk about the things that you see the most in your daily life pertaining to marketing, social media, things of that nature, right? And typically, what we're fed online is some quick fixes regarding a very strict diet, which we'll cover. So you typically hit with diet workouts, so changing your workout regimen, a trainer claiming that the specific workouts are going to help your body respond in a certain way, or supplements, right? And I want people to be aware that, the training is a very small percentage. It could help you and benefit you in many different ways, but at the end of the day, consistency in what you're doing is going to be the best. The idea of shocking the muscle or doing something to confuse the body is, within research based, it's not very applicable. There's definitely different ways to train, right? So different methodologies that are going to impose different demands and therefore adaptations. So there's definitely a type of training you want to do based on your goals. And that's something we can dive into in another podcast, but just think about, if you're an athlete or you're performance based, obviously your training needs to include plyometrics, sprinting, running, things you're going to be you're going to have demand to do on the court, on the field, or whatever your playing surface is. Now, if you're a general health person, this can look completely different. You're not going to be asked to do those things usually in daily life. Although, our argument at Hanson Athletics would be that this is the best way to train, because maintaining the ability to jump, run, sprint, and do those things is really the top of the food chain when it comes to movement and capability with your body. And the more you are able to do this and the longer you're able to hold on to these adaptations, the better your life is going to be in the things that you ask. You're going to be able to do anything that you ask your body to do. What's funny about it too is those are the things that go away first. So let's say you were doing that a lot and you stop. You stop training completely. The strength work that you've done is going to last longer. You're going to have less of a fall off over time. You're going to be able to hold on to that strength longer and benefit from that. But the ability to jump, run, cut at a high level is going to go away quicker. And that's just the way that the body works. So that's something to consider. So the training obviously needs to be based on your goals. Do agree with that. In terms of supplements, you have to remember that it is a supplement. There's no quick fix. No supplement's going to change your life. You got to think of it as like a 2% change to what you're doing. So if you're going to spend your time trying to get better, trying to improve, the 2% obviously isn't going to be the most important. We're going to go over some of the bigger ones here in a minute. And number 3, the diet one I brought up. Typically what's found over and over and over again is that, extreme diets, trying to follow something super strict and regiment usually is not the best way for sustainable and long-term change. It needs to be something that you can adhere to and follow for the remainder of your life, or at least a long period of your life. Now, let's go over some of the ones that you can get the quickest improvements from and are actually cheap and somewhat, in most cases, free. Okay. So number 1, you hear it all the time, is going to be sleep more. That's going to be where you can make the most progress with body composition, mental clarity, and recovery. So you got to be, you pretty much need to be aiming for between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. I'd say most people fall into that 8-hour category. Even if you feel like, well, I've been sleeping 6 hours for the last 3 years and I feel okay, or I feel fine, get it. That's great. You can operate on that potentially, but if you're trying to maximize your improvements in your health, that 8-hour window, again, is going to be the window you want to shoot for. And it's obviously important. If there's a way to adapt the body over time, I think humans over time would have adapted to being able to sleep less and still get as much recovery. If that was something that we were able to do, because obviously if you sleep less, you're able to do more work during the day. But over time, that adaptation has not come. It's pretty consistent in research, which shows we can't get out of the sleep is the most important thing for our body. And we do need that no matter what you're thinking is the best. If you think 6 hours is the best, there's odds that you're leaving performance gains, mental gains, and all types of different things out on the floor when you're not sleeping 8 hours a night. So number one, sleep more, free. It's awesome. That's where you should dial it in. You can look into sleep health, get a tracker, makes you very aware of that. I use the Whoop. If you're interested in using the Whoop, just hit me up. I can give you a code that gives you a month free. But there's a bunch of other options when it comes to trackers, but that can kind of open your eyes to actually what kind of sleep you're getting, as well as help you get suggestions on whether you need to sleep with your room cooler, if you need a better wind down routine, the tech. So there's a lot of different ways to improve sleep that if you just think you're a bad sleeper, there's actually probably quite a few things you can do to improve that. Number two is going to be eat better. And that's simple. I don't follow an extreme diet. Pick the food choice is better for you. Almost all of us are ingrained with an idea of what's actually better for us. Eat whole foods, keep it balanced, and try to consume carbohydrates around when you're going to be active and exercising. I love fruit. I eat a ton of fruit. That's my main choice, or number one choice when it comes to getting my carbohydrates. So I eat a lot of fruit daily. And you need to just be careful of staying away from the stigma that carbs are bad, because carbs are not bad at all. It's just how you use them and how consistently you use them. That's going to be what separates your body's ability to use them well versus having them be a detriment to you. Number three is going to be hydrate sufficiently. So drink water. Our body's made up primarily of water. It's involved in almost every function that occurs inside our body. And a lot of people are not drinking enough water, and it's super simple. So find a way to do that. If you need to get like a flavored Mio drink to put in there, whatever, but drink more water. Okay, that's going to be huge. And then number four really is going to be just show up on time. So when you have stuff at the gym, when you have stuff in life, take it seriously, show up on time, make sure you're well slept, you've eaten, and you've hydrated, and be ready to work. Okay, that's going to be huge. Tuning out distractions is going to be part of that, right? So show up on time, tune out distractions. And in today's world, there's so many distractions. Even just a micro example is going in the gym and having your phone available. And if you're up browsing on your phone between each set, you're definitely not maximizing that training time that you're using in the gym. And then the last one for me is going to be take pride in each rep. So make sure the work that you're doing is quality over quantity. So don't go into the gym and just try to blast yourself or do as many reps as you can. Pay attention to the quality of each rep. It's going to make training harder. You might get less reps, but you're going to actually make progress and overall improvement by paying attention to each rep and having intention with every rep you do in the gym. That can apply across all kinds of different things. It doesn't just have to include working out, or physical reps. It can be mental reps. It can be every day you're at practice, running through a play, whatever. So those are some of the quickest ways to increase improvement. And again, all those are free, right? Other than eating, but typically if you eat healthy, you actually will find over time it's not as expensive as you think. It actually makes more sense, as well as it improves your quality of life. So if there is a small margin of food being more expensive to eat healthy, I think the improvements and benefits you'll get from it will definitely outweigh the little bit more money you spend on that. If you have any questions on that, let me know. Huge advocate of all of these, and I think a lot of people are missing out on these. A majority of people, and they're trying to find other ways to improve and trying to take quick, cheaper, or quick routes, which end up being more expensive and usually don't get you the results you're looking for. So any questions on that, let me know. Hopefully this can help guide you in the right direction of making that progress you want to make. Obviously, if you need any help, hit us up. We write individualized training programs online. So if you're someone listening to this and you're like, man, I really need a training program. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to drink water, and I'm going to eat better, but I need some guidance on my training and make sure it's actually carrying over to what I want in life. We can definitely help you out with that. We have some training teams, which is a cheaper option. And essentially, you just follow a template-based program with a group of people that is written for a specific set of goals. And then lastly, if you are in Pocatello, We would love to help you out with your training. We can help you go over your diet or the food you're eating and all of those different things. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Any questions you want to answer in the future, send them over. Have a great day. Coach Darren out.